Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, in today's video we will start reading with our next poem from the book Honeydew. This is poem number 3 and the name of the poem is Macavity the Mystery Cat, and this poem is written by Mr. T.S. Eliot. He is a very famous, very renowned poet. So students, just look at the title of the poem, Macavity the Mystery Cat. It means in this poem we will read about a cat and the name of the cat is Macavity, but this cat is regarded as a very mysterious, very suspicious cat. So what is the reason why a cat is very suspicious, very mysterious? That we will come to know when we will read the poem. So now let's start reading the poem. It's a very interesting, very important poem. So now let's begin. First of all, before you read, so before starting the poem, let's get some idea. Do you have a pet cat? Have you ever noticed anything mysterious about it? So first of all, we are having some of the questions. The first question is that do you have a pet cat? And I am very much sure that some of you are having your answer as yes, because some of you are having cats as a pet. So next question is that have you ever noticed anything that is very mysterious, very suspicious about that pet cat? It is not easy to say whether every cat is a mystery, but Macavity is one for sure. Next we are having that all the cats, they are mysterious, they are suspicious. This thing is not at all confirmed, but very sure, this thing is very sure, this thing is very much confirmed that Macavity, that is a very mysterious, very suspicious cat. What is it that makes him a perfect mystery cat? So again we are having this question that why Macavity, he is a mysterious cat, why he is full of mystery, what are the things that actually make him a mysterious cat? Read the poem and find out. So this is the question, and obviously we will have our answer after reading the poem. So now let's start reading our poem to know the reason that why Macavity, that is a mysterious cat, that is full of mystery, full of suspense. So now let's begin our poem. So these are the first opening lines of our poem. So let's read the lines first. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. So in these lines, the poet is saying that Macavity is a mystery cat. So first of all, let's say this thing. Macavity is this use of apostrophe us. So it means Macavity is, and this is the use of contraction. Contraction is used here, and Macavity is को शॉर्ट फॉर्म में Macavities करके लिखा गया है. So this is example of contraction. It means Macavity is. Clear? So Macavity is a mystery cat. So in the very first line of the poem, the poet is regarding this thing, the poet is claiming this thing that Macavity, that is a mysterious cat, that is full of mystery. He is called the hidden paw. Paw, again, he is, this is the example of contraction. It means he is. So Macavity, that is a male cat, and this is the reason the poet is using he for the cat. And next the poet is saying that he is called the hidden paw. So Macavity, that is a very mysterious cat. This is the reason that cat Macavity, that is also having one more name, and that is also called as the hidden paw. Why? Because of the characteristics, because of the qualities that Macavity is having. So let's see what paw means. In this picture you all can see this part is known as paw. Okay, जो cats का और other animals का जो leg होता है, that is known as paw. So Macavity, because Macavity is a very mysterious cat, this is the reason Macavity is also having one more name, and that name is hidden paw, and that name actually suits very well with the mysterious personality of Macavity, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. And now the poet, he is presenting some of the reasons that why Macavity is a mysterious cat, why Macavity is regarded as a hidden paw. Why? Because because he is the master criminal. Again, he is means he is, this is an example of contraction. So because Macavity is the master criminal, so here the poet is using the term master criminal to describe the personality, to describe the characteristics of Macavity, and the poet is saying that the Macavity is a master criminal criminal who can defy the law. So what defy means? Defy means to disobey. So now the poet is saying that McCavity जो cat है, that is a master criminal, that is having a criminal personality, that is like a criminal, and that too a master criminal, a mastermind, and he is able to disobey any law. Okay, वो किसी भी rules, regulations, laws को follow नहीं करता है, and always he is there to disobey, always he is there to defy all the laws. Why? Because by nature McCavity is a very criminal kind of cat, and always he is there to disobey each and every law. Clear? So again let's see explanation of these lines. So these are the very first opening lines of the poem, and here the poet is saying that McCavity is a cat, and that is a very mysterious cat, and because of that reason McCavity is also known with a other name, that is a hidden paw. Next poet is presenting some of the reasons, and he is saying that McCavity is a mysterious cat. Why? Because he is a master criminal, he is a mastermind, and always he disobeys, always he defies all the laws. Never ever McCavity is bound, never ever McCavity is restricted with any kind of laws or rules or regulations, but he is very much interested in breaking each and every law. Clear? So now we can see some of the literary devices. Let's discuss some of the devices, poetic devices that are used here. So first of all, let's discuss the rhyme scheme. And I am very much sure that now you all are able to identify, you all are able to mark the rhyme scheme. It's very easy. So we just have to see the sound of the words. Okay, so let's see. Our first word is paw. So again this is a very first sound. So we will mark paw as A. Next word is law. Paw, law. Yes, they are completely similar sounds. So again law will be A. So the rhyme scheme of first two lines is A. Okay, we will continue the rhyme scheme when we will read the next lines. Now let's see some other literary devices that are used here. So one important literary device that is there throughout the poem is personification. So what personification means? Personification is a poetic device where some human qualities are given to some non-human object, or we can say non-human being. So we all know that McCavity is a cat, right? And for all the animals we use it as a pronoun, but here we can see that the poet is using he as a pronoun for McCavity. Why? Because here the poet has personified a cat, the poet has personified McCavity, and throughout the पोम वी विल नोटिस दिस थिंग कि पूरी पोम में जो पोइट है उन्होंने मैकेविटी को पर्सोनिफाई किया है, एंड दिस इज द रीजन थ्रू आउट द पोम वी विल फाइंड द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ पर्सोनिफिकेशन. सो पर्सोनिफिकेशन इज अ काइंड ऑफ लिटरेरी डिवाइस. इट इज अ पोएटिक डिवाइस वेयर ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज आर गिवन टू सम नॉन ह्यूमन ऑब्जेक्ट, और वी कैन से टू सम नॉन ह्यूमन थिंग. क्लियर? सो जो मैकेविटी है, हम जैसे पोम आगे पढ़ेंगे, सो मैकेविटी बहुत सारे इस तरह के एक्शन, इस तरह के रोल भी करता है that is not possible to perform for a cat. That role suits only for a human being. Okay, and again throughout the poem the poet is using pronoun he to present McCavity. So these are the reasons that throughout the poem we will see the examples of personification. Clear? One more literary device that we can see, and that is again very important, and throughout the poem we will see the use of that literary device, and that is exaggeration. So now what exaggeration means? Exaggeration, again it is a poetic device, it is a literary device, and what it means? It means that when the poets they present something larger, bigger, more important, more beautiful, more wonderful than the reality, then that literary device is known as exaggeration. It means when the poet, when they exaggerate something, जो reality में होता है उससे larger, उससे bigger, उससे more important, उससे more beautiful, ब्यूटीफुल, मोर वंडरफुल किसी चीज़ को जब वो प्रेजेंट करते हैं, then that is known as exaggeration. And in these lines we can see when the poet, he is saying that Macavity, he is the master criminal. Okay, so he is saying that one cat is the master criminal, that is the mastermind, and he defies all the laws. So these things are something that are completely impossible to do for a cat. So now we can see that yes, these are the examples of exaggeration, and throughout the poem we will see so many examples of exaggeration, because जो poet का description है to describe Macavity, to present Macavity, that is full of exaggeration, and we will see so many examples of exaggeration throughout the poem. Clear? So now let's see one more time what exaggeration means. Exaggeration means when we describe something more in when we present something to be more bigger, more larger, or we can say more beautiful, more wonderful than comparatively that is in a reality. So that is known as exaggeration. Okay, so now let's continue our first stanza further. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair, for when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. So now next the poet is saying, again he is presenting some of the reason to explain this idea that why Macavity is a mysterious cat, why Macavity is known as a hidden paw. So next he is saying that he is using he to present to Macavity, and he is saying that Macavity is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. So first of all, let's see the meaning. What bafflement means? Bafflement means a state of confusion, and Scotland Yard is the London police headquarter. Okay, Scotland Yard is the headquarter office of London police. Next we are having flying squad. So flying squad means a group of police that is always ready to move into action. Okay, जो हर समय बिल्कुल रेडी रहते हैं, जैसे कोई इमरजेंसी का कोई कॉल आता है that there is some emergency, there is some important work, so every time they are just ready to move. So that group is known as a flying squad. Okay, and what despair means? Despair means sad. So now the poet is saying that Macavity is the bafflement of Scotland Yard. So now the poet wanted to say this thing that the entire London police is so much confused, they are in a state of confusion because of Macavity. Why? Because every time they are unable to catch Macavity, every time they are having no evidence against Macavity. This is the reason they are in a state of confusion, just because of Macavity. Next poet is saying that the flying squad's despair and the Macavity is a reason of sadness for the flying squad, for that group of police that is always ready to move into the action. Why? Because of the similar reason, because never ever the police is successful in to catch Macavity, never ever they are able to find any evidence, any proof against Macavity. It means they are sure that Macavity is the criminal, but still they are having no proof, they are having no evidence against Macavity. This is the reason entire London police, they are in the state of confusion, they are in the state of bafflement, and the flying squad, they are full of sadness, they are full of despair, because they are still unable to catch Macavity, they are still unable to arrest Macavity, and they are having no proof, no evidence against Macavity. Clear? For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. So now the poet is presenting the reason, that what is the reason that the entire London police, or we can say the flying squads, they are full of confusion, and they are full of sadness, and why they are still unable to arrest Macavity. So the reason is that when finally they reach the scene of crime, जहाँ पे crime हुआ है, when they reach to that place, then what they all found, they just found that Macavity is not there. So उनके आने से पहले ही Macavity is able to escape from the crime scene, and this is the reason that till now the entire London police, all the flying squad, they are unable to arrest Macavity, and yes, they are having no proof, they are having no evidence against Macavity. Okay, so now here in these lines the poet is again presenting something very exaggerating situation, and he is saying that the entire London police headquarter, it means all the London police, they are in a state of confusion, they are full of bafflement, and the different groups of flying squads who are always ready to move into action, they are also full of sadness, because yes, they are sure that McCavity is the criminal. They know this thing that McCavity is a mastermind, that is a master criminal, but still they are having no proof, they are having no evidence against McCavity, and never ever they are able to arrest McCavity, because जहाँ कहीं भी crime होता है, and when they reach to that spot, then McCavity is able to escape from there. So we can say that yes, McCavity is very smart, and yes, McCavity is a master criminal, because वो हर बार crime तो करता है, but every time he is able to escape from the crime scene before coming to all the police there. Okay, and this is the reason never ever police is able to arrest McCavity. Clear? So now let's see the rhyme scheme. Let's continue the rhyme scheme of this stanza. So now we are having despair. So now let's compare the sound. A sound was paw. So let's continue paw and despair. Obviously this is a new sound. This is completely different sound. So we will mark despair as a B. Clear? Next we are having there. So despair, there, despair and there. Yes, there is a similarity. So there again it will be B. So we can say that the rhyme scheme of these lines is B, B. So let's write here B, B. So now we can see that the rhyme scheme of first stanza is A, A, B, B. Clear? Because first of all we are having paw and law, so they are A, A. Next we are having despair and there, so these are B, B. Clear? And here again we can see use of exaggeration, because when the poet is saying that the entire London police headquarters and all the flying squads, they all are in a state of confusion and they all are unable to catch a cat. So this is something very exaggerated statements. So we can say that this is the example of exaggeration. Clear? And again personification is there when the poet is using he to present a cat, to present McCavity. So again this is the example of personification. So yes, personification and exaggeration, these are the two literary devices that we can see throughout the poem. Okay, now next moving on, next we are having our second stanza. So let's read the lines first. McCavity, McCavity, there is no one like McCavity. He is broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. So now again the poet is presenting some of the qualities, some of the characteristics of McCavity, and he is saying McCavity, McCavity, there is no one like McCavity. It means he is trying to say that McCavity is a very rare kind of cat. McCavity is very unique cat, and there is no other cat in this entire world that is having the same qualities, that are having the same characteristics as of McCavity. And because of these reasons, McCavity is a very rare, very unique cat, and no other cat it can match you with McCavity. So this is the reason that there is no other cat that is just like McCavity. Clear? Next poet is saying that he has broken every human law. So in the previous stanza we have read this thing that McCavity always he disobeys, always he defies each and every law. So now here the poet he is saying the same thing again, and he is saying that McCavity, he has broken every human law and he is able to break the law of gravity also. So again this is something very exaggerated statement, because law of gravity, this is something that is that just impossible to disobey, and I am very much sure that you all know about law of gravity. Law of gravity means that our earth, it is having a power, it is having a force that it attracts each and everything towards the ground. Okay, so जो भी चीज हम ऊपर throw करते हैं, so each and everything it comes towards the ground, because our earth, it is having a power of gravity. So this is known as a gravitational force. This power, this force is known as gravitational force, and this law that everything comes towards ground, this is known as a law of gravity. But here the poet is saying that this cat McCavity, he is able to disobey this law also. He is able to disobey the law of gravity also. And here we are having a picture of this mysterious, this suspicious, this powerful cat of McCavity. Okay, so this is McCavity cat. So now let's see again one more time the meaning of these lines. So here the poet is saying that McCavity is a very unique, very very rare because the qualities, because of the characteristics that McCavity is having, no other cat can match with McCavity. And next point is saying that McCavity is able to break each and every human law. Even he is capable to break the law of gravity. Even he is capable to disobey the law of gravity. Clear? Next, his powers of levitation would make a fakir stare, and when you reach the scene of crime, McCavity is not there. So now again the poet is saying something very important for McCavity, and that is full of exaggeration, and he is saying that his powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. So let's see the meaning first. Levitation means floating in the air. Like in this picture you all can see, if someone is able to float in the air, then this action is known as levitation. And you know, in the previous line we have read this thing, that McCavity is able to, you know, disobey the law of gravity. It means he is able to float in the air without coming down towards the ground. He is able to maintain itself, he is able to maintain his body in the air only, he is able to float in the air. So this art, or we can say this power or this action, is known as levitation. Okay, so McCavity is able to perform this action. McCavity is able to perform, you know, the power of levitation, and because of this each and every fakir would stare McCavity. So fakir means religious person. And why fakir would stare McCavity? Because again this is a very common scene. जो नो आप सबने भी देखा होगा मूवीज में, टीवीज में, कि कई जगह नो जो फकीर होते हैं, दे ऑल्सो परफॉर्म सच एक्शंस, दे ऑल्सो परफॉर्म सच स्टंट, जहाँ पे यू नो वो ये शो करते हैं, वो ये प्रिटेंड करते हैं दैट दे आर फ्लोटिंग इन द एयर, बट एक्चुअल में ऐसा होता नहीं है, बिकॉज नो वन इज एबल टू disobey the law of gravity. They are having some of other tricks, they use some more other tricks, and with the help of that tricks they pretend this thing that they are floating in the air, they are sitting in the air. Okay, हमने कई बार ऐसे सीन देखे हैं, बट एक्चुअल में ऐसा होता नहीं है, कुछ ना कुछ सपोर्ट होता है वहाँ पे, कुछ ना कुछ हिडन सपोर्ट होता है, एंड इट्स जस्ट अ ट्रिक. ओके, सो नाउ व्हेन McCavity is able to perform this action of levitation, so all the fakir who also, you know, who also pretend to do levitation, they would stare McCavity that how McCavity is able to do such action, how McCavity is having this power of levitation. Clear? And when you reach the scene of crime, McCavity is not there. And again the poet is repeating this line that when finally जहाँ पे कुछ crime होता है, that is the scene of crime, that is a place of crime. So when finally you reach that scene of crime, then you know McCavity is not there, because McCavity पहले ही वहाँ से escape हो जाता है. He is able to escape from that crime scene. Okay, so now let's see one more time. So here in these lines the poet is saying that you know McCavity is having the power of levitation. Why? Because he is able to float in the air, he is able to disobey the rule of gravity, the you know, the law of gravity, and because of that the fakir, the religious persons, or we can say the people who pretend to do this art, this act, this action of levitation, they would stare towards McCavity and they are full of amazement, they are full of surprise that how a cat can have such qualities, how a cat can perform this action of levitation, how a cat can have this power of levitation. And again the same line we are having, that when finally you reach the scene of crime, so before your coming there, McCavity is able to escape from that place, and this is the reason no one is able to arrest McCavity, no one is having any proof, any evidence against McCavity. Clear? Let's continue. But you may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, McCavity is not there. So now in these lines the poet is saying that you may seek him in the basement. Seek means to search for, to look for. So now the poet is saying that if you actually want to arrest McCavity, if you actually want to have some proof against McCavity, so okay, you can do your efforts, you can try, and for that you can look into the basement. We all know what basement means. जो जो ground floor के भी नीचे होता है, that is known as basement. That part is known as basement. So the poet is saying that if you actually want to have some proof against McCavity, so it's okay, you can try your best. You can search in the basement, you can look for any proof, any evidence in the basement, or you can also look up in the air. Why the poet is saying this thing that you can look up in the air? Why? Because yes, McCavity is having the power to perform the art of levitation. So maybe जब आप उसको basement में ढूंढ रहे होंगे, so maybe उस time McCavity air में float कर रहा होगा. So yes, you can look in the basement also, and you can look up in the air also, because McCavity is able to float in the air. So maybe at that time he is floating in the air. So you can look in the basement as well as you can look up in the air. But I tell you once and once again, McCavity is not there. So now again the poet is repeating the same thing. He is saying that whenever you want to look for McCavity, whenever you want to search for McCavity, you can do your best, you can make each and every effort. But still, let me tell you one more time, let me tell you this thing again, that McCavity is not there. Never ever you will be able to find McCavity. Never ever you will be able to have any proof, any evidence against McCavity, whether you are looking in the basement or you are looking up in the air. But still, never ever you will be able to have any proof, any evidence against McCavity, and never ever you will be able to arrest McCavity. Clear? So now let's see some of the literary devices that we are having. So first of all, let's discuss the rhyme scheme. So we are having first word McCavity. So McCavity is our first sound. So we will mark McCavity as A. Okay. Second we are having gravity. So हमें सब बोलना है, बोल के देखना है, sounds पे ध्यान देना है. So let's see McCavity, gravity. Obviously they are having similar sound. So gravity, it will be A, just like McCavity. So yes, we can write here A. Next we are having stair. McCavity, stair. No, they are no similar sound. Stair is a new sound. So we will mark stair as a B. Right? Clear? Next we are having there, stair, there, stair, there. Yes, there is similarity. So again there will be B, just like stair. है ना? आगे देखते हैं. Next we are having air, there, air, stair, there, air. Yes, तीनों ही words में similar sound है. So again air will be B, just like stair and there. And next we are having there. It is a similar word actually. So it will be B also. Okay. So the rhyme scheme of second stanza is, let's see one more time. We are having A, B, B and B, B. Okay. So we can write here the rhyme scheme of second stanza that we are having is A, B, 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 B. Okay, I hope you all are getting this thing, how to mark, how to identify the rhyme scheme. So the rhyme scheme of second stanza that we have discussed is A, B, 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 B. Clear? Next literary device that we are having in this stanza is repetition. So we can see some of the example of repetition here, like in this line, McCavity, McCavity, McCavity. Okay, so McCavity, McCavity, McCavity. The poet is repeating this word McCavity again and again. Why? Because repetition, they are used to lay emphasis on the certain idea. So in this poem, the poet is trying to present the qualities, the characteristics of this cat McCavity. So the poet just want to highlight this cat McCavity. So this is the reason that he is repeating the name of McCavity again and again and again. So this is the example of repetition, and all the poets, they use this poetic device repetition just to lay emphasis on a certain idea. Okay, and again we can see that there is a use of exaggeration also, when the poet is saying that McCavity is able to disobey the law of gravity and he is able to perform the action of levitation. So again this is the use of exaggeration, because no one is able to disobey the law of gravity, and no one is able to perform the action of levitation. No one can float in the air. So again this is the example of exaggeration exaggeration, and yes, examples of personification are also in this stanza. And again we are having one more example of repetition, because this line, when you reach the scene of crime, McCavity is not there, and again McCavity is not there. So this phrase McCavity is not there, this phrase is also being repeated again and again. So again this is the example of repetition, and why this repetition is used to just to lay emphasis on this idea that yes, McCavity is a master criminal, McCavity is a mastermind, McCavity is very smart and he is able to escape from the arrest each and every time. Yes, McCavity जो है वो crime करता है बहुत ज़्यादा, right, but every time he is able to escape from the crime scene. वो अभी तक arrest नहीं हो पाया है, and no one is able to arrest McCavity, no one is having any proof, any evidence against McCavity. So this is the reason this phrase McCavity is not there, this phrase is also being repeated again and again in the poem. Clear? Next, moving on. McCavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. So this is the next stanza of our poem, and now in this stanza, that is the third stanza of our poem, now the poet is presenting some of the physical qualities, some of the physical appearance of McCavity. Okay, in the previous stanza we have read the qualities, the criminality about McCavity, that what power McCavity is having. Okay, वो किस तरह से क्राइम करता है, किस तरह से क्राइम सीन से escape हो जाता है, and because of that the entire London police, or we can say all the flying squads, they are full of bafflement, they are full of confusion, that we have read earlier. And in this stanza the poet is presenting the physical features, or we can say the physical appearance of McCavity. So let's see what poet is saying. The poet is saying that McCavity is a ginger cat. So now I am very much sure that you are able to understand this thing. This is the example of contraction, and it means McCavity is. Clear? So poet is saying that McCavity is a ginger cat. So what ginger cat means? Next the poet is explaining this thing himself, and he is saying that McCavity is very tall and thin. So we have seen the picture of McCavity also. So McCavity is just like a ginger cat, because ginger हम सबने देखा है. So ginger कैसा होता है, वो बीच में काफ़ी thin होता है, and yes it is of tall shape. So McCavity भी जो है उसका जो body structure है, that is just like a ginger. McCavity is very tall, McCavity is very thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. Next the poet is saying that if you are lucky enough to see McCavity, then you will know that this cat is McCavity because of the physical features, because of the physical appearance. So what physical features McCavity is having? First of all, the eyes of McCavity, they are sunken in. Okay, it means जो eyes है McCavity की, वो तो उसका जो body का structure है, उसका जो face का स्ट्रक्चर है, उसके पूरे फेस से कंपैरेटिवली थोड़ी सी अंदर की तरफ है. सो नाउ द पोएट इज सेइंग दैट द आईज ऑफ McCavity, दे आर sunken in, they are inside. Clear? Next poet is saying that his brow is deeply lined with thought, his head is highly domed, his coat is dusty from neglect, his whiskers are uncombed. Again we are having some of the physical features. So now poet is saying that his brow is deeply lined with thought. It means जो McCavity के eyebrows हैं, okay, they are deeply lined with thought. It means उसको देख के ऐसा लगता है that McCavity is thinking very hard, some planning is there that is going on in his mind. So always उसके जो eyebrows हैं वो ऐसे लगते हैं कि yes, McCavity he is up to something, McCavity is planning something, McCavity is thinking something, and his head is very high, just like a dome. So what dome means? In this picture you all can see this round shape, this round part of this building is known as dome. So now the head of the McCavity, it is also of round shape, just like a dome. Next poet is saying that the coat of McCavity is always dusty from neglect. Neglect means carelessness. It means McCavity is very much careless towards his clothes, towards his dressing sense. So McCavity is not at all having a good dressing sense, because his coat is always full of dust, his coat is always full of dirt, and McCavity is very much careless towards his clothes, and his whiskers are uncombed. So what whiskers means? In this picture you you all can see here, there are some hair, okay. So such hair of on जो you know face पे होते हैं cats के, so these hair are known as whiskers. So never ever McCavity he combs his whisker. It means उसकी जो physical feature है वो तो हमने पढ़े. Now the poet is saying that you know McCavity is very much careless towards his appearance, okay. So this is the reason his coat is always dusty, his coat is always full of dust, full of dirt, because never ever McCavity he cleans his coat. And one more thing we are having, that never ever he combs his whiskers. उसके जो whiskers हैं they are always uncombed. And yes, उसका जो head है that is very high, just like a dome. And his eyebrows they are always deeply lined with thought. It means always McCavity he is up to something, always he is planning something, always he is thinking very hard in his mind. Next, the poet is saying that he sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. So now in these lines, the poet is saying that he sways his head. So let's say first what sways means. Sways means to move. Okay. So now the poet is presenting one comparison, and with the help of that comparison, the poet is saying that when McCavity, when he moves his head from side to side, so that movement is just like the movement of a snake. It means जिस तरह से जो snake होता है वो movement करता है, वो बार बार twist होता है side to side. In a similar way, McCavity he sways his head, he moves his head from side to side. So that movement of McCavity's head, that is compared with the movement of a snake. Okay. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. And now the poet is saying that you know when you think that McCavity is sleeping, when McCavity is half asleep, so maybe you can assume this thing that right now McCavity is sleeping, McCavity is half asleep. But let me tell you this thing again, that it is not at all like this, because always McCavity is wide awake. So wide awake means always McCavity is very much alert, always he is very much conscious, and never ever he is into deep sleep. Okay, हमें लग सकता है कि right now McCavity is sleeping, okay, but it is not at all like this, because always McCavity is alert, always McCavity is wide awake. Clear? So now let's discuss some of the literary devices that we are having in our third stanza. So let's see, first of all, let's discuss the rhyme scheme. So the rhyme scheme of third stanza is, we are having first word as thin. So again this is a new sound, very first sound. So we will mark thin as A. Clear? Next we are having in. So let's see, thin and in, yes they are similar sound. So in it will be A. Okay. Next let's see, we are having domed. So in and domed, no, there is no similarity. Domed, it is a new sound, so we will mark domed as B. Next we are having uncombed. तो let's see, हम बोल के देख लेते हैं, domed and uncombed, yes they are common sound. So again uncombed it will be B, just like domed. Next see, we are having snake. So let's compare snake first of all with the A sound. A sound was thin. So thin and snake, are they similar? No. B sound was domed. Domed and snake, are they similar? No. So snake, again it is a new sound, so we will mark it as a C. And next sound is awake. Snake and awake, yes they are similar, so we will mark awake as C, just like a snake. So we can write that the rhyme scheme of third stanza is, let's say from the beginning, it is AA, BB and CC. Okay, so we can write here rhyme scheme of third stanza is AA, BB and CC. Clear? Okay, another literary device that we can see here, again we can see examples of exaggeration, we can see example of personification in this stanza also, and you know repetition is also there. And another literary device that is again very important here, this is the use of simile. So let's understand what simile means. सिमली इज अ लिटरेरी डिवाइस वेयर देयर इज अ कंपैरिजन, ओके, जहाँ पे दो चीज़ों को कंपेयर किया जाता है दैट आर हैविंग सम ऑफ द कॉमन फीचर, दैट आर हैविंग सम ऑफ द सिमिलैरिटी, एंड इन दैट प्रेजेंस and you know when in that comparison the words like or as they are used, then this is known as simile. So in these lines we can see the example of simile, the use of simile, because in these lines the poet is comparing, he is presenting one comparison and he is saying that the movement of the head of the macavity is just like the movement of a snake. So we can say that the movement of the head of macavity that is being compared with the movement of the snake, and in that comparison the poet is using the word like. So this is the reason that this comparison is known as simile. So we are having two literary devices that represent comparison. One is simile, second is metaphor. So let's clear this thing, what is the difference between simile and metaphor. When we compare two things and in that comparison we are using like or as, okay, any of these words, then that comparison is known as simile. And if we are comparing two things without the use of like and as, then that comparison is known as metaphor, because that is the indirect comparison, and simile is a direct comparison, and in that comparison always there is either like or as. So now in this line we can see that this is the perfect example of simile, because you know here the poet, he is comparing the movement of the head of macavity with the movement of the snake, and you know in that comparison the poet is using the word like. So this is the example of simile. Clear? So simile is a very important literary device. And yes, we are having, you know, alliteration also here, like we can say he, his, head. So this is the example of alliteration. So what alliteration means? Alliteration means repetition of the same consonant sound, like we are having he, his, head, okay. So all the words, they are having similar sound in the beginning of the words. So this is the example of alliteration. And yes, some example of alliteration are also in the poems. You can mark, you can find yourself. It is very easy to identify alliteration. It is very easy. You just have to see at the beginning sound of the word, and that has to be same, and that has to be consonant sound, because repetition of the consonant sound is known as alliteration, okay. And in this stanza also we are having exaggeration, we are having personification, okay. Now next, moving on, this is the last stanza of our poem, that is the fourth stanza. So let's read the lines first. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. So now in the beginning of this stanza we are having repetition of this line, because yes, we have read this line earlier. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. So why the poet is repeating this line? Because yes, he just wanted to lay emphasis on this fact, on this idea that Macavity is such a very unique, very rare cat, and the qualities, all the characteristics that Macavity is having, that are just impossible to find in any other cat. This is the reason that no other cat can match with Macavity, and yes, Macavity is a very unique, very rare cat. So again poet is repeating the same thing, that Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. Next, poet is saying that for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. And now again poet is presenting some reasons that why Macavity is very unique, why Macavity is very rare cat. So the reason is that, you know, for means because, and his means he is. Again this is the example of contraction. So now the poet is saying because Macavity is a fiend in feline shape. So let's say the meaning first. Fiend means a devil, and feline means something that is related with cat families. So now the poet is saying that Macavity is a devil, Macavity is a very bad personality in the shape of a cat, in the body of the cat. It means the poet is trying to say that yes, Macavity is a cat, he is having the appearance of a cat, he is having the body of a cat, but Macavity is a devil. Why? Because he is having such quality that we have read earlier. This is the reason that the poet is saying that Macavity is in fact a devil. Macavity is a very bad personality in the form of a cat. Okay, so Macavity को देख के हम कह सकते हैं that Macavity is a cat because he is having the body of a cat, he is having the shape of a cat, he is having the physical appearance of a cat, but inside that body, inside that shape, actually Macavity is a devil and he is a monster of depravity. So what depravity means? Depravity means moral corruption. It means Macavity is a very corrupted cat, and you know we have read so many negative qualities earlier also that Macavity is having, and because of all those negative quality, now the poet is regarding this thing that Macavity is a devil, Macavity is a monster. So now we can see that poet is using such words like fiend means devil, like monster to describe Macavity because of all the negative qualities, because of all the negative characteristics that Macavity is having, and that we have read earlier in the poem. Okay. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square, but when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. And now again the poet is saying this thing that you may meet him in a by street, you may see him in a square. It means if you are trying to find the Macavity, if you are trying to arrest the Macavity, so again poet is saying that okay, you can do your all the efforts, you can do your best, and you can, you know, maybe it is possible that you may meet him in a by street, you can meet him in any of the street, or you may meet with him in any of the square. It means you know किसी भी कॉलोनी में, किसी भी एरिया में, maybe by chance you are able, you are lucky enough to see the Macavity. But let me tell you this thing again that you know when a crime is discovered, it means कहाँ जहाँ पे कहीं भी कोई crime होता है, then Macavity is not there, then never ever you will be able to find Macavity on that crime scene, because never ever you will be able to arrest Macavity, and never ever you will be have any proof, any evidence against Macavity, because yes, Macavity is a master criminal, that is a mastermind, and he commits a lot of crime, but every time he is able to escape from the crime scene. And this is the reason the entire you know London police headquarters, all the flying squads, they are so confused, they are in a state of bafflement, they are so sad, they are full of despair that still they are able to arrest a single cat, okay, a tiny little cat, okay, and the tiny little cat is actually causing a lot of trouble for the entire London police. Right, so this is the last stanza. So now in this stanza also the poet is presenting the same idea, and again he is repeating this line, and he is saying that there is no one like Macavity, and now he is using such words like devil, monster, fiend to present Macavity. Why? Because of the negative qualities, and he is saying that maybe you can meet Macavity to any street, in any square, but when a crime is committed, then never ever you will be able to see Macavity on that crime scene. So let's see some of the literary devices that we are having in this stanza. So let's discuss some of the rhyme scheme first of all. So first sound we are having Macavity. So this is a very first sound. We will mark Macavity as A. Second sound we are having as a depravity. So depravity and Macavity, yes, they are similar sound. So again it will be A. Next word is square. Square and Macavity, they are having no similarity. So square we will mark as B. And next we are having there. Square, there, yes, there is similarity. So again there will be B, just like a square, right? So we will write rhyme scheme here, that the rhyme scheme of fourth stanza is A, B, B. Clear? And one more literary device that we are having in this stanza is metaphor. So what metaphor means, I have told you right now about metaphor and simile. So metaphor, again, it is a literary device to present a comparison, but this comparison is indirect without using the words like and as. So in this line, that is, for he is a fiend in feline shape. So in this line the poet is presenting a comparison, and in this line the poet is comparing Macavity, a cat, with a fiend, means a very devil, or we can say with a very bad personality. So this is the comparison, and this comparison is an example of metaphor. So let's understand one more time what metaphor means. Metaphor is a literary device. It is a poetic device to present any comparison, or we can say to present any indirect comparison where we do not use the words like and as. If we use the words like and as, then that comparison is known as simile, and if in that comparison we are not using like and as, then that comparison is known as metaphor. So now in this line the poet is presenting one comparison, and he is comparing Macavity with a devil, and he is saying that Macavity is a devil in the shape of a cat, in the body of a cat. So this comparison is known as metaphor. This comparison is a very good example of this poetic device, that is metaphor. Clear? So I am sure that you all are able to understand the difference between simile and metaphor. Both are the poetic devices to present some comparison, but yes, there is a difference between simile and metaphor. Clear? So students, we have completed the poem. It's very easy, very simple poem, simple to read, simple to understand. And in this poem the poet has presented one mysterious cat, that is Macavity. And after reading the entire poem, after reading the whole poem, we can say this thing, that Macavity is not at all a real cat. Macavity is a fictional character, right? Because real में इस तरह की कोई cat हो नहीं सकती, that is having so many qualities, that is having so many powers. So in this poem we can say that the poet has presented so many negative qualities, so many negative characteristics of a cat, and this is the reason that the poet has used such words like devil, monster, fiend to present that cat. And poet is saying that all the London police and flying squad, they are also in the state of bafflement, because they are still unable to arrest Macavity. So this is a very interesting poem, and throughout the poem we can see so many examples of exaggerations and so many examples of personification. So I am very much sure that the explanation part and all the literary devices that we have discussed, everything is clear to you all. In the next video we will solve the questions, we will see the comprehension part, but first of all we will again see summary of the poem, so that one more time we can revise the central idea of the poem. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you.